Hello all. I'm going to have a quick tutorial here and we're going to talk about how to use the slice feature to take an image, bring it into your Cricut Design Space, slice it against one of your SVGs, and end up with a print to cut ready file. And then we're going to kind of do that a couple times so that you can see how it looks when you're ready to actually send to print. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've brought in an image here to my Design Space mat. I also have SVGs. You pull the SVG over the image. You want to get it lined up. Sometimes you may want to get it a little larger so that you can see it. You can align center and center depending on kind of how your design is. You may also want to just look at it and say, okay, center is not perfect for this. Slide it down, get your look. Okay. When you think you've got your placement where you need it, make sure both are selected, and then you're going to hit slice, which is going to give you 3 different layers, and you're going to hide obviously your basic cut. You're going to need the print to cut, and then you don't need the print to cut with the block. So ultimately I just hide those, and now I have a print to cut ready shape. Okay. I'm going to do this a couple more times and show you how to add these images to other blanks you have, or SVGs. So you browse for your image. I'm going to find the image I would like. And this is upload image feature. You just pull that image in. You don't have to size it or remove anything. You're going to make it a flat graphic because will be for your printing. Now these images are going to come in, depending on the source of the image, going to come in larger in some cases. You want to save your image because typically a high resolution file is going to be a little larger in Cricut. So when you pull it in, you can just simply resize it. I usually size it to about 6 inches. That's pretty typical. Should cover all of the different pair toppers. You can obviously make it just a little bit bigger if you choose. Now, again, you're going to pull over your SVG. Obviously, first you want to bring it to the top. And then, again, for me, because I'm blind, I like to enlarge it a little bit so I can really get a good, clear picture of where I would like this. For this one, since it's a fade, you have flexibility of where you want that fade to land. I like mine just a little bit, maybe a quarter down. And obviously the white on here will print clear. So now that I've got them together, I think the center helped that. Maybe I want to eyeball it just a little bit. And you can move it where you think is exactly center. Obviously you can do a lot of measurements. You can do the grids to get your designs more exact. Select both. All right. You got both of these two selected. Then you should be able to go down and hit your slice. All right, now you've got your 3 cuts. You're going to hide the other 2, and now we're going to have, hold on, our print to cut ready file. So I'm going to speed this up and watch this go through a few more phases so you guys can see how it's done, and then we'll talk about the end results. Okay, when you've got your 5 or how many ever can fit on the paper that you're going to print on, you can hide any other extra SVGs and then hit make. Save your project or don't save your project. I typically don't necessarily save. This will pull your files onto your sheet of paper. Now remember, you've got to keep everything in these dotted lines. Typically Cricut will bring them in. You do not have to adjust them. I move them around just a little bit sometimes because I'm going to add a bleed and I want to make sure that they're kind of not right on top of each other. When you're comfortable with where they are, you're going to hit send to printer. It's going to tell you that it's going to put sensor marks on there, and that's how the Cricut is actually going to be able to see where to cut. Then you select your printer. Always hit add to bleed. Add bleed. That's going to keep it from cutting, leaving white spaces when you cut. I use my printer dialog box so that I can make sure I'm going to get, even though I know it's my default, that I'm going to get my photo printing, high quality, not borderless. You do not want borderless printing for this. And then I'm going to send to print. And I believe you guys can watch our other video that shows the results of the print to cut. Thanks.